cannot see the both dimensions. Yeah, it's very clear in the Quran that when they ate from the tree, their bodies became visible to them. But the angels could see, of course, they have to see both dimensions. I mean, they are God's helpers. They're supposed to be have access to any dimension. Other questions?
Ustaz, I think we're going into this too fast. This idea of names, maybe we should go and spend some more time on it. Especially if we compare it with we're not studying the Bible of the Jews and Christians, but I think if we go deeper, we might know something maybe. For example, one difference is this. In the Bible of the Jews and Christians, it does not say that God taught Adam. It is Adam, it seems, on his own accord, began to give names to the animals and the plants. See, this is already one difference. In Quran, Allah teaches Adam names, whatever these names are. But in the Bible of the Jews, Adam without. There's no suggestion that Allah teaches Adam. It's Adam who goes to the garden and he starts to name the things that God created. I think this is very important because the way Moses Maimonides, who is the greatest Jewish philosopher, describes how Adam is naming animals and plants, you would think that Adam was a professor of botany and geology. And I don't think that Allah would go and there are bigger things for him to worry about. So many Muslims in their tafsir, guided by the readings of the Jewish Bible, and to demonstrate to other Muslims that they know something else beyond Quran, began to teach us that what Allah taught Adam were the names of animals and plants. So this time it's Allah who becomes the professor of botany and zoology. Now, it seems there is something in the names which the angels do not know or maybe cannot know. But they can know some. Now this is very interesting. There have been many interpretations about this, and with your kind tolerance and indulgence, there is a standard teaching among some Sufi writers that these names refer to the names of Allah. Now first of all, I think among the Arabs, knowing a name is more than knowing a name, like Caesar. No. As Ustaz is saying, name refers to more than the name of someone. It refers to knowledge. This I accept. You mentioned it. And most people who have made commentaries will agree that these names refer to knowledge. Some say knowledge for abstraction. That is the intelligence of man. He can go from the concrete to the abstract. He can go and rationalize or rationalize. In other words, he can know logic. But I am very much inclined to accept the hints of the Sufis when they say that Allah taught Adam the names of his qualities. Now this is knowledge of the highest form, and the angels cannot know all. For example, Allah, one of the names of Allah is He is one who gives death. Now angels, it seems, don't know what is death. Death. Allah who meet. But Adam can understand eventually the meaning of death. Another thing, an angel, the philosophers arise, cannot understand the meaning of patience or the care of children, you know, because they don't have children. So when Allah tells us, be patient, We understand that. If Allah helps us, we understand Allah if He tells us to be patient. This is a quality which Allah helps us develop, but the angels cannot have this. In other words, the angels belonging to another dimension and not having a physical body like us cannot exemplify some of the virtues which Allah already wants us to demonstrate. And I think many of these names of Allah, like for example, Musawwir, and also Allah is the Muhyi, He gives lives. In some ways we do give lives with the help of Allah. When we have children, we are in some ways creating, naturally, to the help of Allah, we are creating life. And I do not think angels understand that. They cannot know these things.
Be careful now, don't make them angry.
No, because I cannot see.
They're watching you now.
I cannot see. I'm talking like this because I can't control with my eyes. So, maybe I broke out my...
No, I mean, watch what you say about the angels because you don't want to make them angry.
No. But, and so the way I look at it is that I agree that these names refer to knowledge, and I would just like to submit for your thinking, for you to develop on your own or reject, that maybe these names is a special form of knowledge. They refer to those special qualities of Allah which He gave us the ability to exercise when He, as Ustaz mentioned, gave part of Himself to us as a soul. He breathed unto us something of His Spirit. That is our soul. And this gives us the capacity to understand certain things. And the angels can never know this. It seems to me, therefore, that in our test in life, you need a body, and you need the combination of this body with part of ourselves, which really is Allah's, to exercise certain things in order to arrive at certain knowledge. And this is what Allah had given us. And that's why He has sent us to a material world, because only we can interact in this material world with our bodies and exemplify certain potentialities. And the angels cannot, by virtue of their nature.
Yeah, they can.
They can?
They carried the palace of the Queen of Sheba they're very physical.
Yeah.
They can, I mean, they start a tornado.
Well, I don't say everything, but some they can. For example,
Yeah, see, what I'm saying is they're very physical. They're not people. A lot of people think of angels as spirits who will go through this wall. They can't tear it down, but they're very.
no, I agree with you. There are forces they can do, but I cannot imagine an angel having a toothache and telling Allah, Allah, strengthen me with my patience to tolerate this toothache. People can do.
Yeah.
Certain cases, not all, because the idea here is that angels seem to know certain things.
The only problem with the names of Allah is that the next verse says that God showed these things to the angels and said, "Tell me the names of these." So they are objects. They're the names of objects, rather than just names, period.
Yeah, but 32 suggests that the
But
angels...
it's a very good- it's a very good
no,
point.
angels know some of the names. In 32, they say, we have no knowledge except what you already have taught us. So angels know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is God
But
showed
not
the
all.
angels,
Yeah.
showed the angels something, objects, and said, "Give me the names of these." So it says, presented them to the angels and asked them, "Give me the names of these." So there is something being presented, and the angels asked to give the names of these.
Yeah, but the angels do not seem to know.
Right? They did.
They didn't know.
Is there a way of Arabic in showing the difference between pronouns of these, if it's for creatures or people or animals?
Things. It's
No.
just things.
No, it just says these objects.
Well, it could be qualities. Could
How will God
Like
show?
them,
How do you
like
show a quality?
airplanes of them?
How can you show clemency?
Yes, you cannot see clemency, but you can see its effect on material things.
No, but you cannot present clemency to someone and say, "What is this?"
For example, on a hot day when it rains, this is something physical, but we can say it is an expression of the quality of Allah of mercy. It is not the quality
or
itself.
punishment.
Or punishment, the case may be. Because Allah, also one of His names, He punishes. He gives a strong punishment. Anyhow, this is just a form of knowledge for reflection.
Very good point.
But I don't want to go deeper or insist on it. It's just for some who would like to.
It's really very simple, actually. They are straightforward verses. And this is a very good point. The names can be anything. Let's go back to English because it's becoming. I'm trying to get the other two teachers.
Okay, 35. Adam lived with your wife in paradise and eat generously, but don't approach the tree. Just setting the scene for what he knows is going to happen.
The tree represents God's law.
And man, because the devil beat them of it, causing their eviction. So down as enemies to each other. I don't know if the to each other refers to the devil and mankind, or if it means to Adam, man and woman. All three.
It's plural, no, plural. Plural.
And then it's important though that on earth will be your habitation, and sustenance for a while is not condemning them there forever. And Adam received God's word, received from his Lord words whereby he redeemed them. So I'd assume that that's after the period of time Adam was raised with it.
No, it was right there. God told them that this offense that you did is forgiven. Period. Because the ultimate objective was to send Adam and all his descendants to earth in order to show Satan and the angels that this creature will worship God without ever seeing him. That's the second objective of our creation. But so, as far as we're concerned, we are here to worship God, to discover that God is the only master.
Which is really what number 38 is all about.
Right.
He said, go down there from all of you, and when guidance comes to you from me, those who follow my guidance have nothing to fear, and will they grieve? That although mankind is placed on earth, we're not forgotten, we're not just left. We'll have the opportunity, but the responsibility, to some degree, along with a lot of mercy, go back to God. As for those who disbelieve and reject revelations, they have deserved hell, and they abide there forever. There was a note here about our revelation. God speaks frequently in the plural. This invariably indicates participation to angels in God's will, to give them credit for their sanctification. For example, God's revelations to us were brought down by